TreeLike is an experimental tool for exploring arbitrary CSV data files. You don't need a server to run this. When you download it from GitHub, you can just open it up from your file system, and then when it opens, you can open a file from your file system. Nothing communicates outside to the internet. You're seeing nodes being displayed by clicking on the show icon for dimensions. Now you're seeing the way duplicate values or identical values that appear under different parents can be merged. You can go back and watch that again, or it'll happen again later. The idea of all these features is to give you a sense of the shape of the data, how the different values in the different columns of your data relate to each other. To show aspects of it that you might not have caught otherwise. This is not a statistical analysis tool. It's kind of a first look at anything, at any kind of the spreadsheet type data or SQL output type data. It's most useful when you have a file you know a tiny bit about, but you need to learn more about it. About to look at another data set. The explanation's a little rough, but I'll work on this video later, but this will give you more of a sense of what TreeLike does. Now we're going to look at a data set from the MySQL sample data world stuff. Just showing you, as soon as your data set opens, you get all these values as all the distinct values are going to show up in this tooltip. So continent has 6 values, and you can see what they are, and you can see how many records are associated with each of them. Name, I think this is name of city for these records. I just grabbed this data, so nothing lovely about it. These are the country codes. I don't think there is a country name in the data that I grabbed. The year of independence, which is in here as in numbers, so it's a little weird, population, etc. Let's just throw some stuff up there. Start with region, and then we'll put up continent. I mean, we know what regions and continents are, and so we know that, but just immediately looking at this, you can see this is a sort of useless way of displaying it. There's one of these for every one of these, and they might all be different, but let's use our little merge tool, and we can see, well, in fact, they're not different. There's a fairly small number of them. Let's put these in the right order, which, again, we would be able to tell just from the shape, even if we didn't understand what these actual values were. You could tell when you've got all those one-to-manys, and then you merge them, and that the hierarchical relationship actually goes this way, that there's a few of these and there's more of those. These little bars show you how many records associated with each of the nodes. Every node here represents a certain subset of the original data set, and of course, as you go down the tree, you get smaller and smaller subsets. Now, one of the uses of this had been to compare hierarchical type data as it changes over time. Now, this data does not do that, but let me show you how that works. We're going to compare 2 continents, and it just grabs 2. Let's see, where's our filter? If we wanted to change which ones it grabbed Asia and South America. But let's compare, I don't know, Asia and Europe. Oh, and if you get confused about these, how did it change the N to Europe instead of the other one? So if I had gone this side of Europe, it would have put Asia there. But I went to this side of Europe, so it's going to put the end node there. And those are the 2 things I'm going to compare. Can get rid of this filter thing. And there's an interesting thing down here. Where'd it go? Form of government form. Here we go. So you can see now that our little lines connecting one node to another node have started coming out in particular colors. As I said, this was originally meant for things that change over time. So the reddish lines are the ones from the old one. Well, in this case, it's Asia, the one to the left. The blue lines are unique to the ones on the right. And then the yellow lines, which I think are the lines that are usually there, are the ones that are shared between them. So we're putting up the government forms. Let's put up region again. You know, and we're starting to see some interesting stuff. I mean, it's clear that, you know, the blue is Europe, so you can instantly see where the Europe ones are, where the Asia ones are. You know, anyway, there's cool stuff you can do with this. Is it useful here to merge the nodes? I don't know, maybe. Well, yeah, I mean, just so you get a sense of what they are, you get a sense that maybe it might be useful to put these at this level and put the forms of government at that level, I don't know. And we can unmerge those.